the Global Chief Cybersecurity Officer for SASL. He's a passionate technology leader and is known for delivering exceptional business value through technology. Please help me give a very warm welcome to the Global Chief Cybersecurity Officer for SASL, Mr. Ishaaq Jacobs.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really honored to be speaking to the future leaders, scientists, and professionals of the country, of the world, sitting here in front of me. So thank you for the privilege. So today I'll be talking to you guys about a day in the life of a cybersecurity specialist. So what is it that we do? But before I get there, let me just maybe spend some time talking about what does the world that we live in look like nowadays. So everything is going digital, right? You guys are probably all familiar with social media. All of you are using TikTok, WhatsApp, and all those social media applications, right? So you are very familiar with what that digital world looks like. But do you guys know that there's a lot more happening and changing at a very fast pace as we are sitting here today? So what I've shown here are some of the examples of what is happening out there. ChatGPT, I'm sure many of you are familiar with that. Anyone heard that word before? Show of hands. AI, ChatGPT, yeah? I know you guys are afraid to raise your hands because your teachers will then see that you guys are doing your assignments using the AI, right? I can see the smiles. Here we go. Now, aside just from ChatGPT and AI, there's actually a lot of exciting things happening. And I must just say I'm very envious of all of you youngsters here that have the privilege to grow up and witness all these digital changes. So what are some of those things that I'm talking about? Self-driving cars. There's a lot of testing going on, but you might have seen that on Google or somewhere else. Those things are real, and they are improving on a daily basis. More interesting than self-driving cars is Industry 4.0, which is this picture, and even Industry 5.0. So what does that mean? That means that the world is developing smart factories, smart production. So just imagine that factory that's making that loaf of bread completely being run by AI and digital and computers. That is the type of things that's happening out there. More interesting than that, if you look at the Neom city, or what they call the line, they're busy building a complete city that's supposed to be 170 kilometers long. Now, that would be a city that runs from Sasolburg past Johannesburg. That will be completely automated and managed by AI. Imagine, you don't have to do work, the AI does everything. They are busy building that in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia, as we speak. And then maybe something that's a bit more exciting for you guys is the development of a robot. So Tesla has actually already produced this robot. In a few years, this will be your assistant. This is what's happening right now. So a lot of exciting things, right? The type of technology that you guys will be using in the future is just some things we imagined and dreamed about when we were youngsters. Now, with all this technology and all these changes, there's also something to be worried about, because as the world is changing and the life is going digital, the criminals are also going digital. So you all heard about hackers. I know I spoke to some of you guys at the stand, and you were very keen to say, I want to be a hacker. And very good career choice, I must tell you, as long as it's an ethical hacker, be a good hacker. Now, what is the hackers and the criminals saying? They're saying if something is digital, a computer, if you can program it, you can hack it. They're also saying if it's online, it can be accessed, it can be hacked. So your social media accounts, your TikTok, your WhatsApp, Snapchat, the hack, Facebook, thank you. The hackers are saying that can be hacked, right? And are they telling the truth? Are we seeing this? So what we're looking at, what are we seeing as cybersecurity specialists? And that is that every 39 seconds, less than a minute, some hack is taking place somewhere. Quite scary, right? Also, we know that almost 50% of the emails that's being sent in the world are spam email. So almost more emails that has got nonsense in trying to trick you being sent than real emails. Quite scary. Now, if that is the state of the crime and the hackers, what are we going to do about it? And this is where the cybersecurity scientists or specialists, or what we would like to call the superheroes, really come into the play. Because who's going to protect our networks and computers from those hackers? Who's going to make sure that our money is not being stolen out of our accounts? You guys. You guys are that future that will protect us. And that's why we need these superheroes. Protect the networks, protect the encryption so that nobody can decipher the data, protect us from bad programs out there, and also protect our data. That is what cybersecurity specialist does. But if that's like the typical things that they do, what is a typical day in the life of a cybersecurity specialist? Or let me call them superheroes. What does the life of a superhero look like? So what you will find, you will wake up and you might have to do some investigation work, like the real detective that you would see on the movies and the TVs. You will need to investigate. You are doing it online, looking at the clues and trying to understand what has happened. So you could be spending your time doing investigative work. You could also be doing an assessment or a test. Somebody wants to use a program. Who's going to tell them if it's good or bad? The cybersecurity hero. You will check the program, see if there's anything bad in it, and that's how you will know whether it can be used or not. Maybe you'll do some architecture. How do you design a system that can protect the people from hackers? That's also just as important. Maybe you need to educate the people to tell them how to stay safe from these hackers. What does a good password look like? How do you stop people from stealing your information, breaking into your accounts? That's quite important. You could also be doing some research, because who's going to figure out what is those bad and good programs? And you could also find yourself having to respond to an emergency. You know, when the alarm bells is going off, you are under attack. How do you protect your organization? How do you protect the people? So those are typically the things that you will find yourself doing in this career. A lot of exciting things, investigating, testing, collaborating with a whole lot of people, sharing how do you change and make sure that the systems are protected. Okay, so that's typically what you would find yourself doing as a cybersecurity specialist, a day in the life of the specialist in the career. But why would you want to become one of them? Let me start by the most important thing to all of you guys, right? If you're a cybersecurity specialist, you are going to get good pay, right? That's what all of you asked me at the stand. Is it good pay? So yes, definitely that is a true. What else? There is such a high demand for security specialists. There's more than 4 million jobs in the world right now. So do you have a future career? Yes. Also, job security. We believe we're going to need more cybersecurity specialists going forward than what we have now. So there will be a career that will have a demand. And then maybe this will appeal to you as well. In this job, you can really make a difference. If you know how to protect people from the criminals online, you can prevent them from stealing data, money, and other things from yourself, from your friends, from your family, from your businesses, from your communities. So you actually get to make a difference. Okay, so that's why I think for me, personally, I like being in this career. It's really exciting. You can make a difference. It's so dynamic. Things change every day. I just showed you all the AI that's being developed, and we will have to protect that in future. You also get to be a problem solver. That's what you do on a daily basis. So that's why it's quite exciting to be in this field. Now, if you are interested in this career, there's quite a few things you can do. You can pursue a career degree in science, computer science or related. You can do a certificate in cybersecurity. You don't have to do a degree. But you also need to get exposure, and that will help get you into this field. So, future leaders, future scientists, future superheroes, I'm hoping that I've given you guys some insight into this career, and I hope I have excited you to consider this. And if you have any questions, please do come and talk to us, and feel free to find out a bit more. Thank you.